arts education, we think about the aesthetics of arts, the beautiful paintings, sculptures, and vivid emotional dances. Very seldom do we think about arts as making us generally better learners, or how it is reshaping the way we look at future learning in anticipation of what the future will ask us to become. The arts is a dynamic entity. It is fluid, ever-changing, and holistic in its reach. The arts has been referred to by Black Gross as meaningful components of cognition, but with the added value of being able to adapt and change to context. This may be due to the social and emotional needs that are often fulfilled by learning through the arts. Literacy and numeracy are two key areas that both directly and indirectly benefit from authentic arts education. As teachers, we want to equip our students with the best skills and dispositions necessary to become successful, innovative, and contributing members of society. And arts education can help us do just that.
Arts education in the modern curriculum has long been an area of contention. At opposite ends of the debate lie equally polarizing opinions about its educational value. Arts education is currently experiencing a tectonic shift. No longer does it merely provide relief from more demanding, concrete, and standardized curricula. Overwhelming evidence is purporting arts as a powerful instrument of pedagogy that can illuminate the whole curriculum, including numeracy and literacy. Now, more than ever before, praxis-based authentic arts education programs are being acknowledged for instrumental contributions being made across the curriculum, and the cohesive ties it is fostering between traditional arts sensibilities and new, worldlier dispositions towards ways of learning, knowing, and doing. Literacy is a curriculum area where learning through the arts fosters skills and dispositions necessary for developing higher order thinking. Authentic arts programs that nurture imagination and play contribute to a child's ability to infer and think beyond the literal. In Years 3 and 4 drama content description, learning outcomes are achieved through exploring narrative structures, experiencing a range of roles and situations, and using empathy. Through role play, abstract scenarios, and adopting aliases, students are able to experience unfamiliar content in a safe environment. This can require critical thinking, generating ideas and possibilities, considering the perspectives of others, seeking solutions, and considering alternatives, all abilities deemed necessary under the General Capabilities section of the Australian curriculum, Years 5 and 6. Research has also discovered that foundation skills such as reading and writing become further developed in the arts classroom, hence making students more literate. It is also important to acknowledge the different ways in which children learn. Studies have shown that prescribing to a view of reading and writing being directly related to cognitive and physiological processes devalues context-specific literacy and excludes gaps left by literacy teachings of a traditional classroom. For example, an 8-year-old child who was able to construct complex creations from Meccano to bookshelves displays procedural knowledge and contextual literacy well above his age mates. However, this same child experiences difficulty with inferring meaning and hypothesizing in fiction texts. For Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students, connecting through art forms such as dance, drama, and visual arts is central to their identity. It is how their culture has transcended generations for tens of thousands of years, and how Indigenous ways of knowing and doing are still alive today. It has been well documented that arts achieves positive outcomes for marginalised groups. It has also been reported that arts is in essence a behaviour, an inherent psychobiological need that can be a profound source of dissatisfaction for Indigenous students if that need goes unmet. Singing and storytelling increase language skills, promote self-expression, support self-esteem development, which is crucial in fostering self-efficacy, and directly related to motivation and engagement in the classroom. For many Indigenous students, there is disparity between what is valued at home and what is valued at school. In some cases, there can be language barriers, struggles at home, relationship issues with educators, and social issues with peers. Implementing an arts-rich program in Indigenous cultures and reflective of Indigenous beliefs, lives, and experiences promotes a sense of self. A general capabilities elaboration under a Years 5 and 6 content descriptor for drama stipulates the importance of appreciating and exploring Indigenous social, cultural, and historical contexts. Teaching literacy and thinking through dramatic play and exploring context through music are examples where connections can be made between literacy and arts. These activities can promote a sense of belonging through arts collaboration, as well as contribute to feelings of pride, ownership, and connectedness to a culture outside of their own. Dinham also agrees that participation is encouraged when children's cultural interests and school learning come together. Artistic behaviour can be seen as fundamental to human behaviour, and therefore the learning possibilities are endless. The crowded curriculum in Australian schools has squeezed arts programs to the fringes of the classroom. Children are being denied the opportunity to discover, problem solve, create, explore, and connect due to a minimalistic arts program. Music has been credited with positively influencing maths abilities and problem-solving aptitudes, which are underpinned by spatial-temporal reasoning. The constant and repetitive rhythm, melodic patterns, choral repetition, and dynamic soundscape all have association with numeracy. The Australian curriculum reaffirms this connection through a Year 3 music content descriptor, identifying patterns and relationships as a key element. There is also evidence to suggest that kinesthetic art forms stimulate the brain more than cognitively demanding tasks. Traditionally, mathematics is an area of accepted processes and definitive solutions, hence the difficulty in juxtaposing numeracy and arts education. However, discoveries are continuing to be made about particular elements of arts education and the complementary, intrinsic, and instrumental effects on certain areas of numeracy. Gadsden describes the arts as an infinite learning journey which continues to evolve and absorb the most salient features of continuous learning. Elements that furnish aesthetic sensibilities, including patterns, spatial reasoning, measurement, and judgment, are possibly becoming more important than algebra and linear equations for becoming active and informed global citizens.
The reach of arts across the curriculum could be a powerful educational tool if applied in a continuous, connected, and harmonising manner. Research has shown that music increases literacy and numeracy capacities of children in early childhood education. Using such research, the arts could be used in general literacy and numeracy lessons by employing a holistic approach to education through in-depth exploration of learning themes. For example, a Year 6 mathematics class covering measurement and volume could focus on water and filling three-dimensional shapes. The water theme could be extended to exploring the vastness of the ocean and interlink with appropriate literature through English lessons. Water could then be stretched further still by exploring the sounds of the ocean in a drama lesson, with the students using their bodies to convey how the sounds of the ocean make them feel. This way, students are connecting with prior knowledge and building a solid foundation of knowledge around the various aspects of certain things.
The benefits that can be derived from an authentic, praxis-based arts education program are diverse and plentiful. The arts explores vocabulary, challenges perceptions, evokes responses, piques curiosities, and expands frames of reference. It encourages creativity and individual thought processes, increases memory, heightens spatial awareness, and promotes self-efficacy. Most importantly, it is the act of doing, the physicality of creation, the ownership and feeling of autonomy, and the sense of accomplishment that create the most beneficial outcome of all, self-belief.